My name is Jorge Pastor, and I'm the founding director of the school Alfa and Omega in Denia, Spain. Denia is a city located by the Mediterranean Sea, and throughout its history, and to this date, it has been inhabited by several civilizations: Iberians, Greeks, Romans, Arabs, and Christians. In fact, the name Denia comes from the name Diana, the Roman goddess described in the New Testament book of Ephesians. The Baptist Church of Denia has called this coastal city home for 102 years. In fact, it is one of the few places in Spain where an evangelical church has remained for more than a century. However, this century of life has not always been easy. More than half of our journey has been marked by intolerance, anonymity, and political and religious persecution. For 55 years, the Evangelical Church of Denia has developed special children, youth, leadership, and ministry camps in a place we now call Alfa and Omega. Alfa and Omega is the oldest running evangelical camp in Spain, and this ministry began under the Spanish dictatorship. Therefore, the activities were in essence illegal. Eventually, however, the political climate in Spain changed, and with the advent of democracy, we now were free to create our school, Alfa and Omega. First with a nursery, and in the following years with primary and secondary schools. Alfa and Omega is the only private evangelical school in the country, offering quality education to approximately 400 students. Our methods of teaching, our personal attention to each student and family, the natural transmission of Christian values, and the inclusion of English as a second language throughout our programs with native staff represent our slogan, because every child is different, Alfa and Omega is different. Alfa and Omega is in a privileged location. We enjoy our own mountainside forest, swimming pool, and sports facilities. We also receive interns and volunteers who contribute to an important part of our goals and objectives. We are based on an ethical, nonprofit model and offer scholarships to students with limited resources. Everyone is welcome at Alfa and Omega, regardless of gender, ethnicity, religion, or social status. Furthermore, our teachers have priority vocation and teach and help each child according to their needs. Alfa and Omega is also a response to the spiritual and emotional crisis of values our society is suffering at this time. It is a light in the darkness, a refuge amid the storms of life. We prepare today's generations to change tomorrow. It is true that in Spain, evangelicals are a mere 0.1% and that other religions are growing along with migration and natural growth. It is also true that Spain is becoming more secular with a rise in divorce, abortion, tobacco dependency, alcohol and drug use, all rampant. In addition, in the last 7 years, we're going through an unprecedented economic crisis in which the unemployment is at 23%. As we face all of these obstacles, we are convinced that the Christian spirit that sustains us can give our students the balance they need for their development. We're convinced that respect for each human being, our freedom of expression, and Christian values are all essential to face what lies ahead. Throughout its development, Alfa and Omega has been sustained by the support of friends and donors who have made possible the construction of the facilities we now have. But Alfa and Omega's own resources are not sufficient to achieve new facilities and projects. Our next goals are to expand the courses, implement the baccalaureate program, and create a school of art and music. We also wish to reinforce our staff with trained counselors. In this way, we are dedicating our lives to invest in future generations. The reality, however, is that we alone generate very few economic resources and still need donations so that we can meet the goals set forth by Jesus when he said, "Suffer little children to come unto me and forbid them not." Invest in this school with your prayers, with your time and dedication, with your ideas, with your financial contributions. Alfa and Omega is leading by example here in Denia and in Spain. To continue fulfilling its purpose, it needs your support. If you would like to know more, write us.